How y'all doing this morning? Went out and got me some breakfast this morning, some plantain and some potatoes. I'm good to go now. My day is ready. My day is ready. Boy, they had a guy, well, tried to harm himself last night. And police was here all night long, buddy. I keep telling y'all, man, people are under a lot of pressure. There are a lot of people that are facing some issues that they really don't know how to handle. And I think this is what's making people snap, because they don't know how to process what they're experiencing. And the first thing they're gonna do is panic. That's the anytime adversity hit, man, 9 times out of 10, the majority of the people are gonna panic. And it's the ones that keep their cool are usually the ones that make it out. But them jokers that's, running in all directions and ain't got no, they get trampled. You see? So, right now, there's a subconsciously, there's a strong undercurrent against blackness. Anything that promotes blackness is woke. Let me say that again. See, now in society, what's going on? Oh, wow. Ooh, man, you're a black guy living in Germany. Man, I take my hat off to you, because I know it ain't easy. I know it's not easy, man. You see? And this is what I'm saying to people. Why you think my message ain't took off? Why you think ain't nobody embraced stop hating each other because you disagree? And they love the message. So there's only one thing that could be stopping people from really embracing this message, and that's the color of my skin. They see a black man with an answer, and they agree with the answer, but man, I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't support you. You might do something positive. What's going on, New York? You might do something positive. And this is the problem, man. There's a strong undercurrent against, and see, and the only people, and the ones you're hurting is yourself. All of these cities that are going around talking about they want to restrict see, they've made a legal term, critical race theory, a curriculum. You see, so maybe you might be burying some tourism. You're looking for people to come to your state. So why don't you tell the truth? If you disagree with the concept of critical race theory, why don't you present your theory? Why don't you tell your side of the story? If you disagree with that one, why you got to ban it? Why can't you say what you believe? You see, so if that theory is incorrect, what's the correct one? See, that's the question that needs to be asked. You talking about, all of this well, what's the correct information? Why don't you put the correct information on the table then? If this information is wrong. No, you rather hide it and deny it. But you ain't trying to correct nothing. And this is the problem with American history. We ain't trying to correct this flawed American history that we're teaching. And see, not only are we teaching Americans, this same flawed American history we're teaching the rest of the world. That's why they can come over here from shit and call me a nigga. Can you imagine, man, some of these immigrants coming over here, coming from shitholes. I said shitholes. And got the nerve to look down on me because of the color of my skin. Some shit they done heard. They ain't never had no experience with a black person, but all of a sudden, they got all these conclusions about them. Where did they get them from? Who gave them conclusions? I sit right in front of the White House, man. And I have people, the rudest people I've encountered, sitting in front of that White House is from Spain. And the second closest is the Philippines. And man, that hurts my heart, man. It hurts my heart to see how rude and arrogant them Filipinos are that come by the White House. And see, and I go to the Philippines, now you're smiling all up in my ass. But in America, you treat me like shit. But when I go there, you want my money. So you gonna lay it out, buddy. Because you want my money. But you come over here and you treat me like shit. How you think I'm supposed to feel now? And I ain't never been to the Philippines. And they done put a bad taste in my mouth. Filipinos sitting right in front of that damn White House done put a bad taste in my mouth for the Philippines because I watch them. They won't even say thank. Man, people think that there's somebody every day playing their national anthem in front of the White House. They think that shit is commonplace. They take it for granted somebody's there every day doing that. And to my knowledge, I'm the first one to start doing that. I ain't never seen nobody do that. And we take something that simple. Man, there was a lady from, it was two ladies from Senegal. And I played their national anthem. And one of them girls was so emotional. She just couldn't stop crying. She just couldn't stop crying. Her being in front of the White House, being able to sing her national anthem in her language in front of the White House. You see, a lot of people take for granted, man, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But, man, there are people that one of their main things in life I play everybody's. I start out with America's national anthem. That's what I start out with. I play everybody's except Spain, China, Russia, and fuck Ukraine. I play everybody. Oh, why you say that? Because Ukraine, people from Ukraine done put hands on me down there in front of, fuck them. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Now that's how I feel about that. You know? No, they put hands on me, man. You know, all because I'm down there trying to voice my own opinion. And they didn't agree with what I was saying. And they tried to block me in. You know, to silence my voice because I didn't go along with the crowd. I was different. And I tried to run over them motherfuckers too. Get out the way, man. Get the fuck up out of the way. See, and let me tell you something. Let me say this. You see, you see, this is whether you know it or not. See, when you in a crowd and you acting like, and you especially when you in the minority and you going up in there scared, man, they'll kick your ass. Go up in some of these crowds, man, being politically correct. They'll jump all because they can sense it. That's why when I was down there in the Black Lives, man, get the fuck up off me. Who the fuck you think you are? Because that's what they understand. See, I can't talk to them. Excuse me. You know, I'm going down there. Excuse me. I'm sorry. What did you say? Shit. They kicked my ass, man. They kicked my ass. And see, they don't know whether you're going to fight or not. And you got to be crazy enough, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't, this my town. Don't tell me you in the wrong place. How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm in the wrong place and this is my town? How the hell I be in the wrong place? And it's my town. That's the attitude you gotta have. No, I'm serious, man. And see, and when folks see you ain't scared to back down, they'll leave you the fuck alone. See, yeah, man, that true conductor here, let him through. He ain't gonna back the fuck down. And that's just the way. See, let me tell y'all something. This is what makes the world go round. All right? I'm gonna tell you the secret that makes the world go round. It ain't who you know. It's who knows you. That's what makes the world go round. It ain't who you know. You know a lot of people that don't know you. It's who knows you that make the world go round, buddy. And based on who knows you, you can circumvent a lot of shit. That's just reality. That's just the reality, man. You see, and if you think I'm lying, especially when you come to DC, man, it took me 30 years to figure this out. Why, when you're talking to people, they drop so many names. Man, that shit used to drive me crazy, man. You talking to somebody, yeah, you know him? I know son, always dropping names. You know why? Because that person want to appear to be known. See, we are attracted to people who are known. And if you go back and ask some of them very names this person didn't drop in confidence that, who? I don't know them. And they keep going until eventually they do get known. And when somebody wants something, they go right back to them. Everybody, man. Everybody want to be in the know. Everybody want to be known. So people will come to them with information. See, that's the whole purpose of that. See, if you known, you ain't got to look for shit. Shit gonna come to you. When you known, shit'll come to you. You ain't got to move. What's going on? Hey, Scam, man, what's going on? I saw that video. See, y'all, let me give you a perfect example. See, let me give you an example. Now, me and Scam have one thing in common. We're both Republicans. Now, I saw the hat you was wearing, and I disagree with a lot of his philosophies. Because I think he could have, if he had done it the right way, shit, he would still be president today. But he chose to do some other shit, you know. But we agree on something. You see, and so many people focus on what they disagree on rather than what they agree on. See, man, when you start building a foundation on what you agree on, see, generations behind you can walk on that foundation. Good morning, Mo. See, generations behind you can walk on that foundation. Man, look at the foundation we're leaving for young kids to walk on today. We're telling them you don't need an education. What's going on, Mo? You don't need an education. You don't need to try to apply yourself. You don't need to learn a skill. All you need to do is exploit yourself, and you can get paid. And you can't complain about nobody else exploiting you when you do more exploiting yourself. And you got to know, man. I see some of these immigrants up in New York protesting about where they stand. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. You better be lucky I ain't mayor. See, cause I kick your ass right back. See, if I was mayor, the same bus that you came up in here on, I tell the driver, look here, take these motherfuckers back. Here's some money. Take these motherfuckers back where you got them from. I sure would. You want to play that game? I send them right back to your ass. See, that's what these cities need to start doing. See, they need to start rounding these motherfuckers up and send them right back to Texas. Okay? That's what they need to start doing. You want to solve the problem? So let's see. Send them motherfuckers back. And you think people won't come together and donate some money to get them damn jokers back to where they came from? You think you're gonna have a hard time getting some money? Hell no. Okay? Hell no. Send them back where they came from. That's what I do. Pack them right back on the bus. Tell the bus driver, shit, and look here, man, and here your $500 tip for your inconvenience. I'm gonna pay you to take them back, and I'm gonna tip you. Now, man, in fact, I give you $1,000. I give you $1,000 tip. Take these motherfuckers on back down there. Okay? Take them back. See, that's what I would do. So you don't want to play with me on that. And see, look, if you really want to stop the border crossing, obviously, one wall ain't the solution. Obviously, one wall is not the solution. So, why don't you build another wall that you can't climb over? Once you get in between them, motherfucker, you're going to either go back where you came from or your ass going to die because you ain't getting out. See, this is what I'm saying. We ain't creative enough to fix a damn trap with a wall so they can't get out. So the only way out is, motherfucker, you go back to where you came in or your ass gonna die. Who gives a shit? This is the start of his misery anyway. You know? This is the start of his misery anyway. So you know, this is the thing, man, that, and I'm from the South. I was raised in Alabama. So I know when I see some shit, I done lived it. See, I done had some white boys call me nigga. I done had some chasing my ass too. Damn right. You see, so, and here's what I appreciate about them good old boys in the South. This is what I like about them. Boy, when they like you, goddamn, you gonna know it. And when them motherfuckers don't like you, shit, you gonna know that too. them good old white boys, they don't cut no cards in the South, buddy. I ain't lying. They don't cut no. If they like your ass, you gonna know it. They gonna show you they like you. But motherfucker, if they can't stand your ass, they gonna show that too. They ain't gonna play games with you, man. They ain't gonna play no games with you in the South. And you only get the net games when you come up north. That's when you find all of the bullshit. You know, that's when people pretending like they care and they really don't. They just using you for your vote. See, that's what's wrong with the Democratic Party right now. You know, they just use people for their vote. They make all these outlandish promises, you know, and they get a voting block, man. And that's the block they depend on. You know, they got black folk, man, they gonna do just enough to keep staying in office. And that's it. They ain't gonna never solve nothing. You know, y'all still got me cayenne yesterday, boy. You see? What's going on, OJ? So man, we got to start, and I'm gonna say this. Even the staunchest enemies have something in common. Even the staunchest of enemies got something in common, man. How come we can't start looking for what we got in common to stop all this madness in the world? Aren't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired? Man, you ain't tired of all the violence? I think maybe I've turned this television on once since I've been in here. You know, people won't even turn their television off, man. Well, all of the confusion, all of the desensitizing you with the violence and the killings. What you think is desensitizing you to that? That's numbing you down. You watching all this shit on social media and television, and it's just numbing you, man. It's par for the course. So when you see it, it don't impact you. You're okay with it, because that's what they do. You see? And if you turn the television off, man, they gonna have to do something to entice you to come back. They gonna have to, man. See, the biggest problems with Americans right now, and that's Americans. We don't understand the power of our money. That's the biggest problem with Americans. They don't understand the power of their money. They take that for granted. They think their money don't have no power. That's why they spend it so carelessly. Man, if you start taking control of your money, you can get anybody's attention you want. They'll give you the world for you to start spending your money again. You want to find out who the drug suppliers are? Stop buying dope. When they can't sell that shit, they gonna go belly up. See, that's how this how you solve shit. But see, you got these motherfuckers out here, they gonna get high, they just wanna get high. They don't give a damn. They just wanna get high. And if they got to break in your house and steal your shit so they can run out and get high, they gonna do that. And notice, man, I've been out of high school 50 years. And when I was in high school, black people was 12% of the population. 50 years later, we ain't moved. We still 12% of the goddamn population. Think about that for a minute, man. In 50 years, we still 12%. And them young boys been slinging. Because they be slinging. I mean, look at them rappers alone, boy. All of them. They be slinging, man. And we still 12% of the population. And I submit, we always have been undercounted. In 2023, the census could knock on somebody's door, black, in 2023, and they still ain't gonna get the correct information. I'd say we always been undercounted. We always been undercounted. Cause we suspicious ourselves. So we ain't gonna tell the truth. Shit. Back in the day, shit, you throw a rock up on the house, man, people be running out of there for days. For days. Because we lived together. See, we didn't have a problem. We were family then, even though we fought. Even though we had disagreements. But we still sat down at the table and ate. When the last time a family sat down at the table, man? Everybody go their own separate ways. See, people, little simple things that families used to do, folk don't even do them no more. You know, it's almost obsolete to sit down at the dinner table, man, as a family and talk and laugh over some food. We can't even do that. Families can't even sit down at the damn table in peace without somebody arguing, without somebody getting offended, without somebody not showing up. This is what's going on today in 2023. In 2023. And look at what we do. And all we doing is just teaching the next generation to be irresponsible about us. That's all we doing. We just teaching the next generation, be irresponsible. You see how irresponsible? Be irresponsible. This is how you treat them. They irresponsible, you be irresponsible. They ain't gonna give a damn about us. Because of us. Well, we'll see, Scam. Here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. You have some people out there that will cold-hearted take advantage of other people's kindness. That's why we're divided, because we have too many people out there that they don't have no remorse. In fact, that's all they do, man. What's going on, Chris? Is run around and manipulate people's kindness to their benefit. So consequently, since people know that that's a possibility, then they just block out everybody. See, everybody is suspect now. So even when somebody do, and see, most folk automatically think if you kind to them, you got something up your sleeve. Yeah. The average person, if you try right now as a total stranger, if you walk up and try to be kind to somebody, man, they think you got something up your sleeve. Because that's how these young'uns get the drop on people. They'll come up and ask them for some directions or something, and people think, you know, and get the jump on them, man, rob them. And now, what you think? How you think that person gonna act? The next person that come up and try to be kind to them, try to be nice to them, you think they're gonna trust them? No, hell no. They ain't gonna trust them. They ain't gonna even want to be a part. Nowhere near them. And this is just the reality of what we have to deal with. Yeah, they'll take you for a ride. And see, and this is why you don't see me on here. I don't be asking if somebody gonna give me something, man, they gonna give it to me. A lot of times I get on here, man, I spend hours on here, and folk sit here with me for hours. And and nobody said, you know what, let me buy you a cup of coffee. You lunch on me today. But as long as they are, receiving. See, we have too many receivers among us. And we need to develop some more givers. Because there are too many people that want to receive and don't nobody want to give. And see, and the key is giving. Man, this is the first, this is February the 1st, 2023. I want to read the first chapter of Proverbs. God, dog. I saw that. Man, I felt that in my spirit. Read the first chapter of Proverbs. All right? This is the only book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. All right? The beginning of knowledge. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction. To perceive the words of understanding. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity. To give prudence to the simple. To the young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the word of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instructions of your father. Do not forsake the law of your mother, for they will be a graceful ornament on your head and chains around your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait to shed blood. Let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive like Sheol, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all kinds of precious possession. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us, lest all of us have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, but they lay in wait for their own blood. They lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who is greedy of gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Wisdom call aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. She cries out in the chief concourses. At the openings of the gate in the city, she speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you. Because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no one would regard it. Because you disdain all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when your terror comes. When your terror comes like a storm and your destruction comes like a whirlwind. when distress and anger and anguish come upon you. Then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. They would have none of my counsel and despise my every rebuke. Therefore, they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be filled to the full with their own fancies. For the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will dwell safely and will be secure without fear or evil. See, man, it pays. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Keep trying to tell y'all, man, it pays to walk in your integrity, buddy. See, you got a lot of people out here saying one thing and doing something else. You know, they goody two-shoes in public and the biggest freaks behind closed doors. See, you got people like that right now, man. See, they got that, and think can't nobody pick that energy up on them. Listen to what the Bible say. I didn't say this. This is what the Bible say. When your distress and anguish come upon you, they will call me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. See, and them the people that straddle the fence. Them the very people right here that they're talking are the ones that straddle the fence. You're going to look for God, and he going to laugh at you. You're going to call on him. That's right, man. That's right. And see, and you got so many people right now that will take for granted something that is wrong. Look, let me show you, man. This breaks my heart. Down in Georgia, you had this football player and this team person that worked for the school. They were in a rental car, had an accident, and both of them got killed. And now it comes out that they didn't have the authority to be driving the car. See, if they had to turn the car in like they were supposed to, they'd still be live today. They still be live today. But now, man, let's do this. Let's keep the car. Ain't nobody gonna know. And now y'all dead. And everybody know. And your family ain't gonna even be able to sue. Because you didn't have authority to have a car. So they're not liable because you did. Because you didn't have the authority. And so many people take something that simple for granted. They know it's wrong. I mean, I can get away with that. You know? Somebody make a mistake and give you more change than you're supposed to get. And you talking about God bless you. And you want him to say, man, no, you gave me too much money. You'll walk out talking about God bless you. And that could have been the test. That could have been the test just to see what you was going to do. And every day, man, you got people flunking kindness tests. They flunk them. They flunk them, flat out flunk them, because they're scared. You know, they don't want to get involved. You know how many people that are afraid to actually speak to somebody homeless on the street? Majority of people are afraid because they think that person gonna hurt them. And all you got to do, man, is treat that person like a human being. See, because when you're walking in your integrity, even if you walk upon that danger, you're gonna sense it. And you're gonna get out of there. See, a lot of people can't sense danger, man. That's the sad part about it. That's why so many of them they can't sense it. They can't sense the warning. And they just walk right into the trap. And get mad at God because he didn't stop them. But you don't walk in your integrity. You got to lie, you got to cheat, you got to steal. You got to be dishonest. And what I'm telling y'all, man, it's the hard way. That ain't easy, walking in your integrity. It ain't easy being positive. And that's by design, to discourage you. That's just totally by design. See, the criminal justice system has to feed itself. That's the only way the criminal justice system can eat. It has to feed itself. So there's only so much crime, man, they're going to solve. Because they need the money. They're not going to get upset with you burning stuff down. Because now you just creating some more space. Okay? So, you know, we gonna have to, people, good people, are gonna have to start coming together, man. And you're gonna have some wolves. I'll get it. Let me see. I just hold on a second here. It'll come through. It'll come on this phone. It'll come through. But you got to try, man. You have to try. You know, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. It's just that simple. Ain't no neutral. Ain't no in between. You're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And right now, we have more people part of the problem because they're afraid to speak up. So the problem can have its way. But if people start speaking up, you know, if people would stop being so suspicious of each other, you know, give a person a chance, man, before you come to all these conclusions. Give them a chance. And what you'll find is a lot of times we don't even want to give each other a chance. I'm talking about good people. If we don't even want to give each other a chance. You know, we should be throwing a lifeline out to each other. We don't need the government. We can help each other, man, and rebuild our community without the government. But you think we're going to do that? No, we all would rather pay these highest food prices or these high gas prices or this high medicine. You'd rather do that than sit down and talk to one another and try to figure out how you can lower the prices. Isn't that sad, man? We hate each other to the point where we can't even sit down and figure out how we can save each other. That's how sad it is. And the people that's leading us are taking us to hell in a handbasket. And we see it, and we won't even object. Won't even object, man. And like this guy that lied and got the Congress out of New York, Santos. Man, the world should look at what we're teaching young kids. That you can lie and get all the way to Congress. You think they ain't taking note? You think the younger generation ain't watching this? And they rarely see something positive breaking through? And the only thing they see is you got to lie, cheat, or steal to get through? What you think they gonna do? Especially when you get old and you can't defend yourself. How you think you're gonna be treated? Like shit. I'm gonna tell you that now. These young kids we got gonna treat the elderly like shit. Cause they ain't got no heart, man. They don't give a damn. It's all about them and what they can get. Cause that's the way we taught them. We haven't taught them to be compassionate, loving, and kind, and caring. Those are qualities, man, that rarely exist in a person now. Because people don't trust each other. And we fighting each other like cats and dogs. For what? Making somebody richer? Okay? That's all. That's all this confusion is doing. That's all this hatred is doing. It's just making somebody richer. That's all it's doing. And we think we're hurting each other. And we're just making the rich richer. And the poor is getting poorer. Because they can't afford the prices. Let me see what you got here, man. Let me see what you got here. What'd you say? Psalm 45:7. Let me see what you got here. Well, see, in order for you to really get the understanding of that particular Psalm 45:7, see, you're gonna have to start up at verse 1, so you can kind of get a gist of how. Let me show you. My heart is overflowing with a good thing. I recite my composition concerning the king. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. You are fairer than the sons of men. Grace is poured upon your lips. Therefore God has blessed you forever. Gird your sword upon your thigh, O mighty one, with your glory and your majesty. And in your majesty, ride prosperously because of truth, humility, and righteousness. And your right hand shall teach you awesome things. Your arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies. The people fall under you. Verse 6, your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. Verse 7, you love righteousness and hate wickedness. See now, if you didn't read all of that, you would not know. Just to say you hate righteousness, you love righteousness, and hate wickedness, you need to get the concept of how that's being presented so that you can understand, what is being said. Now, what was the other scripture? Isaiah 61. 61, 3 through 10. Okay, so, all right. Verse 6, this is chapter 61. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the openings of the prison to those who are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn. Now, verse 3, to console those who mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. You see, you now that if the Spirit of the Lord wasn't upon you, you couldn't do those things. You see, you're able to do all of those things because the Spirit of the Lord is upon you. And really, if you don't know, see, you could start with to console those who mourn in Zion. You could think that was God doing the consoling, and it's the person who the Spirit of the Lord is upon. All right, that's just my little understanding, and I mean that's just how I see it. And see, so many times, man, we'll take a verse and we don't want to see what's being said before that verse and what's being said after that verse. Yeah. And see, listen, man, fear is a powerful weapon. Okay? Fear is a powerful weapon. If you can keep a people afraid, you can control them with fear. And a lot of us are being controlled with fear of each other. That's why we react to each other the way we do, because we're afraid of each other from what we've been taught about each other. That's why we got the problems. See, too many of us, man, are just scared, just outright scared. Look at this. Look at Scam. Scam came in last night. A lady said that her house burned down, and they were living in a hotel. And he was asking her some questions like, what city you in? And I told him, I said, hey man, this same man just sent me $50. Okay, so if he's asking you some questions, and the thing is, y'all act like y'all got some privacy. Y'all act like y'all got some privacy. When you give permission, every app on your phone has permission to use your camera and your microphone. You gave them permission. And because you ain't got the time or the patience, you just mashed I agree. Half of the people don't read what they're agreeing to. You think this phone ain't listening to you having sex? Could be watching you having sex. Your computer could be watching you having sex. You never thought about that, did you? Because you don't cover up the camera. You think they can't manipulate them things, man? Come on. And y'all think y'all got some privacy. This guy done blocked him. But Man, he left a whole bunch of disparaging voicemails about Biden and how he was sexually molest Harris. I took him down to Secret Service. They said, "Do you know this guy?" I said, "No, man, I don't know this guy. I don't know who he is. I got a personality on social media, and that's how I came across him. He calls me from a blocked number." About 2 weeks later, my daughter come up and said, "Daddy, what the hell are you into now?" I said, "Baby, what are you talking about?" She said, "Secret Service just got off the phone with me, and they want to know, had you ever had any intentions of harming the president?" I said, "Why didn't you ask me that shit when I was talking to him?" She said, "I don't know. But they just got off the phone with me. And they ain't asked me nothing about my children, nothing, when they interviewed me." See, so y'all think y'all got some privacy? Man, you ain't got no privacy. Get over it. Get over it. You ain't got no privacy, man. None of us got any privacy anymore. Because we done gave it up. That's why they sell your shit. Because you done gave up your rights. And you ain't gonna tell me, man, TikTok ain't listening to this phone. Everybody got TikTok. And you ain't gonna tell me TikTok ain't listening. TikTok ain't watching. And you got to put your banking information in TikTok. And you think they ain't going to your account? You think they ain't watching? You notice when you get these apps, you got to give up your banking information. You know? What's going on? So come on, man, start thinking. See, everybody they mind on TikTok. And it's run by the Chinese. And you think the Chinese gonna play fair? I mean, think about that for 1 minute. You think the Chinese gonna play fair with America? See, one of the first things they need to do is ban all government officials off of TikTok. If you're in the government, you should not be allowed to have a TikTok account. Because it's the Chinese. And on the quiet tip, man, that Cayenne finally got, whoa. I got some of this in my nose, man. I finally messed around. I must have had something on this towel here, and I stirred it up. So that's the thing about that cayenne pepper, boy. Okay, so anyway, no, man, they know everything about you. You ain't got no privacy. And if you think you got privacy, I sell you a ship that's rare, a boat rarely used, brand spanking new. I give you a yacht, brand spanking new with 0 miles on it. If you think you got some privacy, because you don't. You don't. And that's a billion-dollar, trillion-dollar industry, privacy. So, be that as it may, so that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. People really take too much for granted. That's that's the that's the biggest culprit. Too many folk, man, take stuff for granted. And then when they catch up with them, oops, I'm sorry, it's too late. So that's what I tell my children. When you get oops, I'm sorry, too late. And you got a lot of people, oops, I'm sorry, too late. All right? I'm going back down to the White House again today. I'll be back down there. I got to go and get me a couple of more canisters for my heater, because I'm sure it's going to be cold, man. So I'm sure I'm going to be running that today. So I won't be too cold out there. And man, let the chips fall where they may. And that's all you can do, is the best you can do. And let the chips fall where they may. Give it your best. That way you ain't got to walk around with your head down. Give it your best. And you don't never have to walk around with your head down, because you gave it your best. And if it didn't work, it didn't work. And you have so many people, man, that are in relationships that get a best, and it don't work. I mean, they get a best, man, bent over backwards, trying to make it work. And the other person has no interest in that. But you don't miss your water till your well runs dry. And all them people that couldn't appreciate you, now that you're gone, they regret every minute. See, oftentimes, we don't find out how good we had it until we lose it, because we take it for granted. And I don't care who you are, you done messed over a good person, whether it was by accident or on purpose. You done messed over somebody good. You done took somebody good for granted. We all have, man. We all have. That's life. That's how you learn from your mistakes. And that's what a lot of people don't want to make. Mistakes. So they never learn anything. They never see another way, because they never make any mistakes. That's the only way you're going to learn. You got to make a mistake. And if you don't correct it, you'll continue making that mistake. But if you correct it, you'll grow. You'll learn from it. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. They don't want to learn from their mistakes, man. Want to keep doing the same old shit over and over and over and over and over again. Never learn. Never learn. And that's the problem. They never learn. And that learning is called maturity. Some folks never mature. You know, they get stuck in their 20s and 30s and teens. And some even stuck in their childhood, man. Won't let it go. Grown fucking people still pissed off about something that happened to them as a child, and life is passing them by, and they still talking about what happened as a child. You ever met somebody like that? Just won't let go, and life is passing them by, and they still talking about what happened to them when they was a child. That's a reality, man. That's real. And you have so many people that manipulate the system being a victim. Too many people manipulate the system being a victim. That's why we numb to each other, because we got people manipulating the system for their own gain. And a lot of times, in the name of Jesus, and they'll do it in the name of Jesus too, buddy, in a heartbeat. I ain't lying. You know, have you all mad at the church? You know, you listen to me, y'all. The devil do go to church every Sunday. The devil is in church every Sunday. Believe it or not, devil in church every Sunday. You got some people, they go to church mad, and they come out mad. They go in there mad, and boy, when they leave, they still mad. And that word ain't done nothing to them. Ain't had one just bounced on them, off them like water off a duck. I'm serious. Now you know that's pitiful. You go in church with attitude, and you come out, and you still got an attitude. What'd you go for? Why'd you waste your time? Because that's all you did was go in there and waste your time. Because it didn't have an impact on you. You see, and them the same ones the Bible say, man, they gonna call me. When they calamity hit, I ain't gonna even be, I'm gonna laugh at them. That's the one. That's the one God talking about right there. And see, and they think because they go to church every Sunday and come out, fornicate, commit adultery, lie, steal, cheat, do all of that right at church. Ain't that something, man? How quick somebody can come out of church and jump into bed and screw and be wrong as two left shoes. be wrong as two left shoes. And believe it or not, hey, let me tell y'all something. You think them deacons ain't screwing women in the church? You think people ain't having sex in church? On the church ground? Really? You think folk ain't you think some pastors ain't had sex with their wives in church? Do you actually think they haven't? Come on, man. Be real. Be real. All kinds of shit going on in church. But you because you just go in there, you know, you in there to praise the Lord. You don't pay attention. You just going in there to get the word. Man, look at how many of them women coming there like they dressed going to the club. Huh? What's going on, gamer? Look how many of them women coming there like they dressed going to the club. Got thongs on, and you know they got thongs on. Because you can see the print in their dress. They come in there with their thongs on. Ain't that some shit, man? Women come to church showing off their thongs, trying to get them a deacon. Oh, that's my husband. And ladies, the Bible say he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Didn't say she who finds a husband. See, a lot of women don't know how to be found. That's the problem. Oh, I just got this picture. Oh man, did it come out? Let me see. Let me see if this picture came. Oh no. I'm gonna post this on. I'm gonna post this picture on Twitter. Got a woman sitting there with cobwebs on her leg. And the caption says, waiting for the perfect man. She got cobwebs across her leg, and it says, waiting for the perfect man. You see? And that's what a lot of them are. A lot of them waiting for the perfect man. They don't want that man that got some flaws. You know? They want the perfect man, the big house, the car, the good job. That's what they want. To walk in and just set their bags down and set up shop. That's what the average woman wants. And you're lying if you say you don't. That's what you want, man. You know? So anyway, I'm gonna get me a good shower today and go get me some tanks. Gotta go to Walmart and get me some butane stuff for my heater, because it's supposed to be real cold today and tomorrow, and I want to be prepared because I'll be out there. Okay? So man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for listening. How long have I been on here today? Oh, a little over an hour. This is good. A little over an hour. You know, because y'all see, and I'm noticing that the longer I talk, the more people watching. Isn't that interesting? I thought it would be the opposite way around. The shorter I talk, the more people would be watching. But it looks like the longer that I talk, I get more viewers. And I don't know why that is, but that's what I do. See, man, let me show y'all. This kind of stuff I would do. This is the Second Amendment rally down in Richmond, Virginia. And you see? I'm right there with me. Man, I had so much fun that day. Boy, did I had them laughing too. I ain't lying, I had them laughing. Because I went out from there and said, come on, man, y'all give a brother a break. and you heard that little chuckle. It just goes to the crowd, you know, and it was fun. It really was fun being in all them white folk advertising a black business. You know, you in all them, and you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. I honestly believe it's going to be a white person that's going to give me a break. I believe that. I think it's going to be a white person. They're going to say, man, I'm going to take a chance on you. I really do. I really do. And here again, man, I got some of the best tours in Washington, D.C., hands down. I got some of the best tours in the city. And this is Black History Month. This is the beginning of Black History Month. I'm still sitting. I'm still sitting. Let me see if I got any comments. All right, let's see what the review is. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get rid of you. There we go. All right, y'all. So, only thing I can do, man, is just keep trying. That's the only thing I can do. Just keep trying. And let the chips fall where they may. Can't be upset. Can't be angry. You know, I can be disappointed. No, man. I ain't nowhere near weak, man. Shit, if I was weak, I already gave up, buddy. I ain't nowhere near giving up. You know? I ain't nowhere near giving up, gamer. Mm-mm. Oh, you don't feel well. Well, go get your ginger ale, man. Get your ginger ale to settle your stomach, man. That's what you need to do. Leave that damn alcohol alone. Yeah, leave that damn alcohol alone. That's probably some shit you drunk last night. And that's probably why you feeling weak. Shit, you was out drunk last night. Yeah, put the alcohol down, gamer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but when you do, you lay it on. Yeah, you probably don't, but boy, when you do, you lay it on, gamer. Yeah, I can see that. But anyway, uh, yeah, I got to go. I got to go down and get me a couple more cylinders for my heater. That should last me. Today is Wednesday. 2 more days. Yeah, I can get 2 more days out of them cylinders. Because I'm not going to be working on Saturday. So, yeah. Give me some more undershirts, man. That's another thing I need. I gotta buy me some more new undershirts. Cause the ones I got, man, they done had it. Yeah, that's the thing, boy. When you get displaced. Oh, you know what's interesting? You know what's kind of odd? I've been on here an hour and 20 minutes, and conservative atheists ain't been up in here today. Wonder why? And this Black History Month, and he ain't been up in here. Damn, this Black History Month, man, and conservative atheists ain't showed his face yet. That's odd. I just thought about that. That's odd. Because usually, he'd have been up in here by now. That's odd. Ain't heard from him. You know? No, I mean, seriously. Seriously. That's kind of odd. I just realized that. I ain't heard from him today. He ain't said one word. Maybe he was up late last night putting out, he got this expose he's supposed to put out, Dr. King. So maybe he was up late last night and he's still asleep. Maybe that's what the problem is. He's just still asleep. But I just find it interesting. Of all of the people, and ain't heard nothing from Lady Trucker either. And that is, and that's something the two biggest atheists that was on my page. I ain't heard nothing from. And they were the two biggest atheists. That's interesting. Let me see if he put it on Twitter. That's probably what he did. Probably what he did. No, it's not there. I can't complain. Because I ain't in my car. I can't complain, man. At least I ain't sleeping in my car. So you can't have everything. Can't be perfect for everything. You see? So that's why I can put up with this. That's what I said, baby, I can put up with this. Shit, I ain't got to sleep in my car. Hell, I can put up with this. I ignore that shit. Because I'm going to be out of here in a minute anyway, so I ain't going to have to listen to it. You know? Yeah, that's how I look at this. I can put up with this here. Sure can. I can put up with this. And not have to, and it's getting ready to get cold too? Oh, hell yeah. oh, hell yeah. I can put up with this here, buddy. I can put up with this. Absolutely, I can put up with it. Because it's temporary. Trouble don't last always, y'all. Remember that. Trouble don't last always. It does have an expiration date. Trouble has an expiration date. Adversity has an expiration date. You just have to keep the right attitude. You know? You got to keep the right attitude, man. That's the challenge for you. Keeping a good attitude. Because the minute your attitude gets off strays, you're going to start feeling sorry for yourself. You know, that's what you're going to start doing. You'll start feeling sorry for yourself. And then you'll start wallowing in it. And that's what you can't afford to do. So many people, man, walk down that road of reminiscing and trying to understand and trying to reason, trying to make sense of it. Let it go. Let it go. Because the minute you try to make sense of some pain and some hurt and some disappointment, you ain't gonna let it go, man. You're just gonna start going over different scenarios over and over and over in your mind. And you'll never confront those scenarios in person. And have you ever noticed that in your mind you got all these things you're gonna say, and then sometimes when you do come to that person, all that shit that you done rehearsed, man, you just totally forget about it. You know, but before you saw him, shit, you've been rehearsing this stuff over and over and over in your mind. And then when the person get right, you draw a blank. As soon as they get in front of you, you draw a blank. You done forgot everything. You see? And you can't never make nobody talk to you. Let me say that again. You can't never make nobody talk to you, man. If a person is determined that they don't want to speak to you, wish them well and let them go. You know? And the sad part about it is you got a lot of people, man, that die in offense. I know some people that have died in offense with me. In offense, man. You know, and I'm until this day, wished I could. Tried to talk to them. They didn't want to have nothing to do with me. And they died in offense. That's that's some stuff you have to live with. And you got some family members, man, that have a disagreement. And one of them die in offense. And ain't nothing you can do to bring it back. Ain't nothing you can do to solve it. Ain't nothing you can do to change it. You just have to live with it. Some things you got to learn how to live with. In order to just to be able to make it. To go from one day to the next. You have to learn how to live with stuff, man. You know, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment. Man, sometimes you have to learn how to live with that. You just got to learn how to live with it. You know? And it happened, and ain't nothing you can do to change it. So, learn how to live with it. That's what you do. And try to minimize it from happening again. That's all you can do. But a lot of people, you know, they get bent out of shape, man. They get emotional. They get cranky. They snap. It happens. All right? All right, man. I'll see y'all later.